Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Eagles offense will get the first possession of the game. The last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Looking to throw, it's Walters. Blasted as he lets it go. Got him downfield. Racing down the left side. Past the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Eagles.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes with a quick strike up top, covering 79 yards. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense will have its first possession of the game. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read himself. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28. On third down, he drops the throw. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Right back to the well. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air, it's Walters. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And here they come, going for the first down on 4th and 2. Makes the grab. It's Mills. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Georgia State jumps back to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the right. It's complete. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. He'll keep it himself. He'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Offense, quick tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Rides the back and leaves it. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. The Panthers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Back to pass, it's Walters. Fires to the right. And his throw is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on 3rd. It's complete on the right side. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Okay, ready? The Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Eagles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Might be changing the route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Touchdown, Eagles! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick quick update. Let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick 'em a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by 7 over UCF. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Works the middle.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Allen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Georgia State jumps back to the line. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now on first down from the 43-yard line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Panthers are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the pass is incomplete, and we've wrapped up one quarter. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period will be a second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Here's the handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. They give it to him again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a man. It's Walters. Using the quick game. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Eagles come to the line with a new set of downs.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Georgia trip to the house.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Bringing it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. There's still plenty of time. You see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Back to pass. It's complete to the right. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Panthers are on the move.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one.
Now, you talk about a sideline that was jacked up, excited for the big punt return. And man, he makes the big mistake, puts it on the deck, and the momentum goes shifted right back to the other side.
Zington complete to the right. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Okay,
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Try to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia State. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. They still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Running behind that left side. Crosses the 30. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Eagles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To throw, it's Walters. Caught near the sticks. It starts. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass on 2nd down. He's going to fire deep. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Maryland is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale. They're trailing by 21 to Michigan State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Turning it on! And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Working the middle. Lots of running room. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Baylor.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well. Something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Back to throw, it's Walters. Got his man. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. They'll immediately call timeout. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Eagles come to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Finds a tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Fakes the grab. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
In the last couple weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
This time it's complete. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Second half all teed up, and Georgia Southern will start it with the kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Paul, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And this defense is bringing the Heat another sack.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
He's got it near midfield. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again.
Where's Ollie? With the dog. I'll be born.
They'll go to the ground. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Flip it.
Leaves it with the running back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
On the
And
set.
the Eagles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Come on, set.
They'll try the run. Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got his man downfield. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. He might want another play. Looking to throw, it's Walters. Snagged out of the air. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top. He's got it and still on his feet. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. So close to cashing it in for this offense. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Eagle! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Georgia State jumps back to the line.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Georgia State will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
To the air, it's Walters. It's complete. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it all in that last play.
Motion from the wideout. To the air on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Mills. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. And with that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got his man on the right. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
He'll pull it on the read. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. Offense gets set for second down. Wants to adjust the pattern.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Go!
Wants to throw it. Quickly complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Dropping back, it's Walton. Got his man. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Eagles. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Alabama is on the short side of things right now, but like the days of Tua and Devontae Smith in the 2018 title game, do not rule out a comeback. They're trailing by 11 to Texas. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys breaks into the open. Gets it past the marker. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you get that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just push the defensive lineman back, got the linebacker's laps. Man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
Now from inside the red zone. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. It's good. Easy call for the ref.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. On the run, it starts. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. Now on second down. They'll go right back to him. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the third period. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter. Georgia Southern has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So we open the final period with a third down play. He wants to change this route. Back to pass, it's Walters. Got a man, it starts. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Get you some of that. And with that completion, now he's over 400 yards on the day. That's a really, really good game for this quarterback. He's been almost flawless.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Speeding down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Eagles. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes courtesy of the big play, covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
And oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It's interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Well, the defense knows that they're going to have to go horizontal sideline to stop this offense. Nice job rallying to the running back who catches that swing pass out on the perimeter.
Makes the grab. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Gives it on the option. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
That is how it's done on third down and short. And no doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
He's got it. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. This Georgia State offense ready to go with another first down. From the gun, the running back has it.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're
looking deep down the right side. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. He's up to 94 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Backed up at their own 13-yard line, it's first down.
Come on, set.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Here's the pressure. It's caught. There he goes. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
The outstanding game has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
They'll move the tight end. Looking downfield, it's Walters. Going to take a shot at this DB. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. So now it's second and long.
Tuna. Easy.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go back to the air on second down. Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Quick strike complete. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the fourth quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's the heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Eagles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Going over the top. Got it in stride inside the 20. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Cal has had almost no answers today, and when they've had them, that other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Berkeley.
Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistake.
And I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
So after the first down run, here's second down. It'll be a draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. They weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in, got that sucker to the ground.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Got his man in the middle. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. And the Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Get set, get set.
DB's right up on the receivers. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots.
He's going for the big play. Hits him in stride at the 10. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back.
Defense.
Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. And that is the height of efficiency on that drive. Make a big play in the passing game, single snap, get a touchdown. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this...
Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Try to pop the draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot, patting my speed.
Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Back to throw, it's Walters. Hauls it in. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Mills. Oh, there's an alley on the left. The 20. He's at... Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident, David. They were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for the whole team.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports.